It has no turn, but notice the shoe that doesn't have any kind of reinforcement. That is
There
minimalist.
isn't, not even in
Heel.
the world.
Indeed, flat, flexible, now wide at the front, without reinforcement, a pure minimalist, 100%. Hi, today we're showing you an essential model, hence the name, from a brand that's been with us for a short time, but is gaining a lot of attention for its beautiful designs with very well finished details, very well cared for, and a wide range of colors and variety. We're talking about Coqueflex, and well, this essential model, essential because you must have it in your wardrobe or shoe rack. Your minimalist sneaker collection isn't complete without it, especially in white, because it dresses you both in summer and winter, correct? It's a model that always looks good, no matter what you wear it with, even if you are the Queen of Spain, because notice the Queen uses a similar model, yes, for 30 years. We have models from Bio Barefoot, Colacheo, Belenca, almost all brands use an essential basic model. In Bio Barefoot, it's the Agiocle. Here, it's the essential model. What stands out about this model? Angel, for example. Let's talk about its minimalist features. Thickness of the sole, well, we're talking about roughly 5 millimeters. It's a thin layer that adds 2 or 3 extra millimeters, and it's also water resistant. I saw earlier, sorry to interrupt, while I was checking that you can remove it like with any other minimalist model, but it's true that in the arch area, I noticed it has some governmental finishes. They are covered, yes, they are covered, but these are the thread ends because the sole is stitched. I imagine the machine started here in the center and ended here. What particular feature does the Kakadai have? Well, some models finish at the front, which can cause friction because even if they are very thin threads, well, that's if they are too small for you. No, we're talking about when the insole is removed. Without the insole, they're exposed, okay? In minimalist models, we always talk about that. You can add more or less protection, and for that, we use the insole. If you want to remove the insole in this model, even though you see the threads that are covered, they won't bother you, please. Because they're in the arch area, unless you have a very pronounced flat foot that supports you there. And even so, since the threads are very thin, I don't think they would bother you, but well, we just wanted to point that out. I think so, that if you wear a sock, you notice it even less. I mean, even with a bare foot, yes. It's a very thin thread, and it's only there if you want to remove the insole. Sorry to interrupt you, because you were talking about the insole. We have 3 millimeters of insole, 5 millimeters of sole. And a sole that is completely stitched around the perimeter of the upper. What that does, obviously, is ensure that the sole will never come off from the upper part. So on the upper part of the stitching, obviously it's not glued. The bond is established from the stitching downwards. The sole will never come completely detached from the upper part from the top down. Another feature of the sole, apart from its design, are these flex lines with the shoes. Check it out. Do the hard test, come on, they love it. The hard test, there it is, super flexible. It's a sticky material. It's a shoe that I would bet grips in the wet. Yes, it also grips well in the damp. It should grip because aside from all the friction lines and all these little designs that always create grip, if you touch it, you'll see how it's a very sticky surface. And this type of material makes the shoe grip in the wet, which gives you a lot of stability, obviously. Yes, especially confidence when walking, and especially for older people who often have limited mobility. And always look for safety while walking. Sure, take the surface. More standing out, how are its tongue and laces? Well, the tongue is open all the way down to the toe. Sometimes when hiking boots come loose, they are stitched a bit higher up to avoid water getting in. Totally open, also lined inside. It's thick. It feels very nice on the foot, really. And obviously, flat classic laces. What do you think it tells you? Everyone knows it. These are laces that once you adjust them, they won't come undone. The lace is flat, the knot, it makes it more secure, revisiting the tongue The tongue is very padded, and being thick means it won't shift from side to side. It is very well positioned in the entire upper part of the shoe. I swear this tongue won't move. You can tell it turns very well. Perfectly, it doesn't twist. But notice the shoe has no type of reinforcement.
Nothing.
That is to say, done. Flat, flexible, wide at the front, without reinforcement, a pure minimalist. 100%. And it seems like leather, as I mentioned earlier. I mean, it looks like leather, but it's strange, it's different, and then we saw it, and it is synthetic. It's synthetic both inside and out. It's a synthetic that is very well made because it looks like natural stone, especially if not on the outside, but definitely on the inside. It's very hard to tell the material, and sometimes it even fools us who are used to seeing this stuff. You must have sneakers simply, and well, of course, they are made in Spain, designed and manufactured in Spain, which, well, in these times, always supporting the local market. We avoid overseas transport, planes and so on, and we always help a bit those who are closer, in this case, our friends from the Elche and Alcantara areas. Also plays with colors. We don't have all of them here, but there are differences, but they are made through the color on the heel. This one is completely white, and here, for example, the light blue one, but there are others on the Zami website which have other colors on the upper part, and on the heel is another thing. They usually come with reinforcement. In this model, look, a model without any kind of reinforcement, not even on the heel, because sometimes to build the sneaker, they always look to build the base of some kind of reinforcement, like for getting a house.
Pile up.
And sometimes it takes manufacturers a lot of work to make this kind of assembly, because without any kind of reinforcement, they don't know where to support the different parts of the sneaker. But look here, there's no kind of reinforcement, and the sole, even though it looks like it has 10 or 15 millimeters, it only has, again saying 5 plus 3 plus 3 from the insole, although at first glance it may look bigger, okay? And well, Jorge, I think with this we've given a very complete overview of the essence of Coqueflex, a model that will be with us for a long time, because these basics are so well made with such good finishes. Well, they are here to stay, and well, these are adult models, but there is also investment. Yes, of course, often intended for school, white products, and also, well, to go out. Because if it's a basic pair, this is also a basic pair. Sure. For the little ones, okay? Well, that's all. If you have any questions, just message Angel on WhatsApp. That's his personal number. You already have it somewhere. I'll give it to you someday. And also the customer email, the landline phone number, and so on. Okay? That's it. This one, number 42, I think this one is mine. I've grown 1.5 sizes. Look. That's what happens when you give space. Look how it changes. It's the foot that changes when you give it space. Well, David, you can stop now, and until the next video. See you next time.